it's not me, it's you. What you're turning into is some kind of something that I never knew. You used to be okay, and I like you that way, but I don't think that I like you better. No, I don't think that I like you better.
Hey, John Fessmeyer here, Academy of Art University student. Getting my master's in 3D modeling and working on my thesis right now. Title of my thesis is Bodacious Creed. You're looking at him right here. This is Bodacious Creed, the main character of my thesis. Rather than explain everything in just one vlog, please go check my previous videos or my blog, and I'll post a link to that below if you want to know more. So what I want to show today is I've worked on his mask. He is you know, undead after all, a sort of zombie. I don't know if maybe ghoul would be a better word. It's kind of unique how he was brought back. Almost kind of a Frankenstein thing. I guess that's kind of the closest. Except that he's still dead and his machinery completely just keeping him alive. So here we have, yeah, the mask. And the mask, I'm going to, when I sculpt it, I'm going to make it, make kind of steel riveted bars in here holding things together. Steel, maybe copper. Probably not copper. I don't know. Steel or bronze or something. Give it a good steampunk look. So the purpose of the mask is, actually, it looks scary, but it's actually underneath he'll be, you know, dead looking and scarier. So it's kind of like, okay, if you think I look scary now, just wait till I take this thing off. So this is actually to make me look better. These here are to attach it to his head, and there will be little bolts here that, so kind of back to the Frankenstein theme, there will be little bolts here that slip, that this will slip onto. So the bolts would actually be like here and here on that side, and here on this side. So it'll be a little more stable on the right, but we obviously don't, I don't want it down here where his jaw will be moving, and that wouldn't work. So it's up on his zygomatic here, the zygomatic bone here, and kind of into the temporalis muscle and into the skull there. But he's undead, so he's not really going to be feeling it too much, as long as it's functional and looks okay. So yeah, that's the beginnings of the mask, and I'm kind of happy with how it came out. I used a combination of NURBS and just switching over to polygons after I got some of the curves I really wanted to get in there done. Alright, and the next thing I want to show is something that I recently kind of figured out here in ZBrush. Go ahead and take that model out of there. Oops. Oh, beautiful. 1 second. Alright, ZBrush, like a lot of programs, can sometimes be a little fickle, so. Alright, I'm going to go into Tools. You know, I'll just grab one of the, something from Couch Zombies. So here's one of our Couch Zombies characters. Couch Zombies is another channel I'm part of here. And I'll put a link to that below, I guess, too, so you can check it out. Here's one of our zombie characters from that. Kind of an earlier stage of his sculpting, but that's okay. What I wanted to show is something I figured out recently with ZBrush. Maybe this will help some ZBrush people. Please don't complain that this is a little late in the video. This video isn't specifically to show this. It's just something I'm showing in it. This isn't specifically a tutorial. It's just showing some insights and showing what I'm doing. So anyway, I can create a new layer here. Layers in, I may have mentioned this in my last video. I think I did, and maybe the last 2 videos. Layers in ZBrush are, well, if you use Photoshop or PaintShop Pro or any other program, 2D graphics program that uses layers, you know that you can do things like, you know, you have, say you have a photograph, you have your main photo in there and you want to draw something on top of it, but you don't want to affect the actual photo. You can create a layer and then you draw on that layer and it puts that on top of the photo, but then you can turn it on and off. That's a kind of simple explanation. Layers in ZBrush actually record 3D information. So they record sculpting information, and then you can turn on and off that sculpting information. So that's my son in the background. Anyway, it's been raining out here quite a bit, and we're kind of stuck at home. All right, unless it's let up, and if it has, maybe we'll go out. In any case, okay, so now I can record on this layer, and I'm just going to go kind of crazy here because I'm not going to save this, and I'm just doing it as a demo. So let's give him a big, weird forehead thing, okay? So that, now what happens is I can only turn on this layer at the highest subdivision level, which is now subdivision level 4. Lower subdivision level means less detail, and you go up and you can do more detail at higher levels. But you can go back and make changes as well. Well, I had since I can only turn on the layer at the highest subdivision level, I had the impression that if I went to a lower subdivision level, any changes I made would not be recorded onto that level, but onto that layer, but would be just in the kind of in the general model. So I'm go and make it all huge here and give him a big gigantic chin on this level. And like I said, I thought that would just affect the entire mesh and not be recorded onto that level. But I'm actually glad that I was wrong, because now if I go back up here and turn this off, I'm going to stop the recording and turn it off, it goes back to the old version. So that's really good news, that I can actually, that I or any ZBrush user can actually keep recording on that level at lower subdivisions. What it means is if you have some details you want to do, like say you missed putting in some muscle definition, and it doesn't need to be super high, you don't need to go, and it's not real detail work, it's just really getting kind of the nice bulge of a muscle or landmark of a bone somewhere, but you want it to be on a layer and you're at the highest subdivision already. You don't have to go deleting higher subdivision levels and losing detail to get it in there on the layer. You can just go back. Oh, that's because I'm doing something. Isn't that cool? Anyway, so you can just go back here and make your changes, or go back to whatever level and do it at the right detail level, and it is recorded on the layer. All right, and if you've ever had a problem with that, then you'll probably have to hear this. All right, so that's it. Have a good one. This is going to be my spring break week. I'm actually going to plan to get work done during the week, as well as try to take a little break, but I have a little bit of catching up to do in my in my rigging class, and for my general thesis work, I don't have so much catching up as that I just want to get ahead. So 7? Okay. All right, so that's it. Yeah, we're at 7 minutes 57 seconds, and we're out.